So people, so everyone, I'm at the TV tropes for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Seeing stuff that I don't really understand. Like there's some people like this trope for Foster's like the idiot plot. Okay, apparently crime after crime. Apparently some people hate this episode because it was pointlessly torturing Mac for like 2 minutes. Oh boo hoo! Mac had some problems for like it was only for 2 minutes. I actually really liked that episode. I thought it was funny. Come on, people. It's just a joke. It's not that friggin' serious. Okay, so Mac was pointlessly tortured for like a little bit. So what? It can still be a good episode. It's just really. And never live it down. Blue's characterization in later seasons of the show become more controversial in the years since the show's ending production. Well, fans see it as incredibly selfish and oftentimes antagonistic, yada yada yada. As a negative towards the show, as there are fans who generally enjoy it. The fact that it is the main character has to make them all the more diverse. To this day, fans still haven't forgiven Madame Foster for snagging Mac's tickets in Foster's Goes to Europe. Okay, so she snagged the tickets. It's not that serious. That's not mean-spirited. I really think it's really irritating that people will have to whine about. That's one thing I don't get about some people on Foster's. Like, they will be angry over some of the tiniest things that aren't that serious. Sometimes it's justified, like, with that douchebag goofball McGee from Imposter's Home for Make It Up Pals. Yeah, that sucks. That's so lame. Yeah, it just thinks that sucks. Like, how people can't take, in the cartoon community, have to take everything so seriously. They wasted a perfectly good plot. I mean, Foster's Goes to Europe. Oh my gosh, I know. Foster's Goes to Europe wasn't horrible, as people make it out to be, just a disappointment. Like, it'd be funny seeing Blue offend the locals and the wacky hijinks the characters could have been in like 22 minutes. But no, it's just 22 minutes of teasing. Like, I get it. That had so much potential for funny stuff. I would have loved to see Blue make fun of the locals and then offending them. Yeah. Like, that would have been interesting. That had some funny moments. Like, I thought that had some possibility funny stuff. Like, seriously, I can show more examples, though, that people in the Foster's Home fan base tend to overreact to the point where it's not funny and it's just annoying as fuck. Nah, 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 nah. Okay, this one is the dumbest thing I've ever read in my entire existence. Blue is as close to a sociopath or psychopath you can likely ever find in a cartoon, and is one of the most unpleasant, downright manipulative characters on the show. That's so. That it's hard to understand why Matt cares for him. All he does is abuse him. Hey, stupid! That's stupid. Did you even watch the show? Okay, I get it. Blue's an asshole, but he's not a sociopath. Like, that goes to Barry. Like, how is Blue a sociopath if... How can you classify Blue as a sociopath when we forgetting that Barry existed? The crazy chick that wanted to get rid of Mac because she was in love with Blue? I mean, like... And it's not like... And how is Blue abusive to Mac all the time? They're shown plenty of times having fun with each other and hanging out. Oh, despite that fact that Blue can be an asshole, they do enjoy each other's company and have fun. Like, that doesn't make any sense. They just ignore it. No, this Chopper wants to ignore that. And then they mention here about the episode when Mac and Blue gets everyone in the house help trick Mac abuse him. How are they abusing him? From that surprise, I only have a surprise for you episode. The friends weren't abusing him. It was just a prank. And they're not being manipulative. It's a prank. It's not that serious. Also, Madam Foster, despite being rich, steals from him. And not anything little either. When does Madam Foster steal from Mac? Constantly. That makes no sense. Okay, here, they're just flat out lying here. This is flat out lying. Madam Foster doesn't constantly steal from Mac. What, is it because of the whole tickets thing from the Foster's Goes to Europe? That was one time. And also, are people really that mad over that episode? Mac is probably the nicest person in the whole show. Oh, Wilt. And this is what I actually typed in, actually. His Chopper believes that you're overreacting. Blue's no saint, but it's not like he hates Mac. All I did was prank him. That's not being a sociopath. This is a friend pulling a prank. Yeah, I wrote this too. Now I wish I had written more. Because, like, this is a pure example of people overreacting to Fosters. Like, the show isn't mean-spirited just because of one character. And that one character isn't as terrible as you make him out to be. Yeah, I'll admit, Blue kind of did get flanderized, but I don't think it's that serious. This is a pure example of people in the cartoon community overreacting to some of the dumbest stuff. That's been my video, and goodbye.